Hello students, welcome to aimsindia online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are going to discuss about water chapter, about water. In this session, let us see the introduction part, what is water, what is importance of water, where does it exist, and the different states of water. These all concepts we are going to see in this session. Okay, let us start this. Water is an essential substance that is important to all living beings, isn't it? Yes. Next to air, the most important substance for living beings is water. Water is needed by all living beings. It is the most abundant substance on the planet Earth. Water is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless liquid that covers around 70% of the Earth's surface. Isn't it? Actually, pure water has no color, no odor, no taste also. It is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless liquid, pure water. And this water covers around 70% of the Earth's surface, isn't it? It is present on the Earth's surface in different forms like oceans, seas, rivers, lakes. In this way, water is covering around 70% and more than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. And it is also present in rains. Have you ever played in the rain? Yes, these rains contain water. These rains are of because of water only. And not only in the rain, this water is present in the clouds also. Yes, the clouds which we see in the sky, they also contain water but in different forms. And this water is also present in the oceans and seas, isn't it? So in this way, water is present in different forms. Water is not only all around us, but it is inside us also as well. Do you know this? Our human body is containing around 70% of water. Our human body weight is because of mostly water only. The total weight in that around 70% is because of water. So that's why we say water is present around us and it is present inside of us also. The polar regions and the peaks of high mountains are covered with snow and ice. This is also made up of water. So there are different forms of water. Now let us see the importance of water, how it is important to us. Next to air, water is most important substance for our survival. Roughly three-fourths of the Earth's surface is covered with water. We told this around more than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water in different forms like oceans, seas and rivers. So it is a major constraint of living matter, not only on their surface. In the living matter also, most constraint is water only. For example, if you say our human body, it is made up of around 70% of water. And not only in that, even the most of the food items also, they contain large percentage of water. All the fruits, vegetables and our remaining food items, they contain large percentages of water in them. We cannot imagine these food items without water, isn't it? Around they contain large quantity of water. We cannot imagine these food items without water. On an average, the human body contains almost 70% water, and our human brain contains around 80%, 85% of water. Each cell in our human body depends on water for normal functioning. So in this way, water is very important for the survival of living things as well as human beings. Water is very important for the plant and animal cells. They cannot function without water and will die without it, isn't it? Not only animals and human beings, even plants also they need water. All the functions in the plants will be done with the help of water. If there is no water, these plants also will die. Water plays an important role in various life processes. So now in all the human beings, there occurs different life processes. For these all processes, water is very important. Let us see some of those here. Water plays an important role in all human life processes such as digestion, transportation, and excretion. In these all functions, water plays an important role. Water also provides an atmosphere for organisms to survive. Aquatic plants and animals use the oxygen dissolved in water to breathe. We know the animals and plants which live inside the water are called aquatic plants. These aquatic plants and animals, they survive by taking the oxygen which is dissolved inside the water. So they breathe this oxygen gas which is dissolved in the water. In that way, this water is playing an important role in survival of these aquatic plants and animals. Okay. Another one, fruits and vegetables consumed by humans and animals meet a part of their daily requirement of water because these fruits and vegetables, they're mostly made up of water only. Around 80 to 90% of these parts, these fruits and vegetables, they contain water. So by consuming these, humans and animals, they meet their part of their daily requirement of water. So certain vegetables like tomatoes, they contain about around 95% of water in them. And if you see potatoes, they contain around 80%. Oranges, they contain around 85% of water in those. Eggs contain around 73% of water in those. And if you take solid food items like bread, they contain around 30% of water in those. In this way, all the food items like fruits, vegetables, certain food items, they are mostly made up of water only. By consuming these food items, so we are meeting our daily requirement of water. Being a good solvent, water finds varied applications in various industries such as mining, manufacturing, beverages, etc. In this all, water is used because of the important property of water, that is, it can dissolve many substances into it. That is why water is used as solvent in many industries. Solvent means the liquid which can dissolve other substances into it. So, water can dissolve many substances into it. Because of this reason, this water is used in different industries like mining, manufacturing, and beverage industries. And this all they use water. That's why only water is also called as universal solvent. Have you heard this word? Water is called universal solvent because water can dissolve many substances into it. Okay. And next, water is essential for cooking, bathing, washing, cleaning, and even in agricultural purpose also water is used. So in many ways water is used. So here if you see the figure that shows the usage of water in various purposes. Say most of the water available is used in agricultural purposes. And next large quantity is used in industrial works, and a small quantity of that is used in domestic purposes like drinking, washing, cleaning, cooking. For these all, around 10% of water available is used. Largely it is used in agricultural purposes. Rivers and seas serve as modes of transport, isn't it? So through the rivers and oceans, we transport goods by using ships and this all. Not only for that, water sports like swimming, boating, and surfing are forms of recreation. So, for recreation sports also, water is used like surfing and boating. Water is also used in generation of electricity, isn't it? So the electricity produced from the water is called hydroelectricity. For the generation of electricity also, water is used. Now let us see the importance of water in plant life, how it is used in the survival of plants. Green plants are the primary food in producers. We know from the plants only food is produced mostly. These plants feed the animal population directly or indirectly. They need water for producing food. Water helps in the germination of seeds and the growth of plants. So water is very important for the survival of these plants also. Starting from the germination and in growing into a big plant or tree, water plays an important role. With the help of water only, these plants grow. Green plants prepare their food by process known as photosynthesis. So in this photosynthesis process, plants combine water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight to form carbohydrates like glucose. So this glucose is stored in the form of food for the plants. So what is happening? Plants, they absorb light from the sun and they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmospheric air through their leaves, and they absorb water from the soil through their roots. This all will combine in the leaves in the presence of sunlight to form carbohydrates. In this way, they prepare their food. Along with the food, oxygen gas is also released out. This entire process in which carbon dioxide and water they are combining in the presence of light in their leaves to produce carbohydrates as food and oxygen gas. This process is called photosynthesis. So in the photosynthesis process, water is one of the major source, one of the major requirement by the plants. Okay, and water dissolves the nutrients in the soil and fertilizers for easy absorption by plants. Okay, these nutrients and fertilizers, these all present in the soil. These all will be dissolved into water and will be absorbed by plants. So in the dissolved position, they can be absorbed by the plants in the easy way through their roots. So this dissolution of these nutrients and fertilizers into water also helps the trees to absorb them in the easy way. Water provides a good medium for transport of minerals and food within the plant. So this water will act as a medium to transport these minerals and other food within the plants. Now let us see the different states of water. We know water is available everywhere on that planet, isn't it? So we have seen that. So what are the different states of this water? Let us see here. Water occurs in nature in three states. They are solids, liquids, and gases. Below 0 degrees Celsius temperature, water exists in solid state as ice. Snow and frost are also natural solid forms of water. The snow and frost, they occur at temperature below 0 degrees Celsius. So below 0 degrees Celsius temperature, water exists in the solid state. The solid state we generally say as ice. At higher altitudes and cold regions like polar regions, water exists in this ice form because there the temperature will be below 0 degrees Celsius generally. That's why there water exists in the solid state as ice. Between 0 degrees and 100 degrees Celsius temperature, water exists in the liquid state. And above 100 degrees Celsius, water exists in the gaseous state that we say as water vapor. So in this way, water exists in three states at different temperatures. Below 0 degrees Celsius, water exists in the solid state that we call as ice. in between 0 degrees and 100 degrees Celsius, that is at normal temperatures, water exists in the liquid state. And above 100 degrees Celsius means at higher temperatures, water exists in the gaseous state, which we call as water vapor. Okay. Now let us see first about the solid state of water. A large amount of fresh water is found in the form of ice or snow. Vast regions of Antarctica and Arctic Circle means the polar regions where always the temperature will maintain below 0 degrees Celsius. There water is existing in the frozen form, in the ice form, snow or ice form. High peaks of mountains where continuous snow occurs have chilled water. Very low temperatured water or ice exists in these polar regions. So not only ice or snow, frost, hail, etc. are also the other forms of frozen water. These are also the solid forms of water. What are those? Ice, snow, frost, hailstones. These all will come under solid states of water. These all exist at below 0 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay. Next, liquid state of water. Most of the water is present in oceans. On the land, water is found in streams like lakes, springs, rivers, ponds, etc. In these all, water is existing in the liquid state. The water found on the land is commonly called groundwater. So, the water present under the layers of the earth is called groundwater. And the water present on the land is called surface water. Dew is also one of the liquid state of water, not only normal water, dew. In the winter mornings, if we see outside on the vehicles kept outside, on the plant leaves, certain small quantity of water will be found as droplets. These droplets of water condensed on the surfaces is called dew. This also comes under liquid state of water. Okay. Next, the gaseous state of water. It mostly occurs as water vapor. On condensation, this water vapor changes to clouds, mist, fog, etc. So these all we can say as the gaseous states of water. Okay. So we can note one point here. Water is the only substance that exists naturally in all three states of matter. That is solid state, liquid state, as well as gaseous state. In all those forms, naturally water exists. This is the only matter we can say. Okay, this is about water and the different states of water. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates on recorded videos.